Uh-oh. Take two. We are live. It is the Lab Tech Show. How y'all doing? Tallboy here. We got a lot to talk about. And, fellas, I told you, we were going to get a guest. We're going to bring some eye candy today. I told y'all that. Got my homegirl, Erica. She's going to pull up on us. She's already in the back room laughing at me like, what is he talking about? Nah, I told him, we got to get some things started, but we needed the fellas to communicate with us. And I figured a good friend of mine could probably bring the fellas out. That's all I could say. So look, this is what we got going on tap. We got 4 different stories on the surface, all right? Walmart is adding tap to pay. ESPN is raising streaming prices. Police are testing AI that can identify people based on your driving habits, and your phone's USBC port can do a lot more than what you think it can actually do. But all of these stories point to the same trend. Technology keeps making life easier, faster, and more connected. But the question is, what are we giving up in return? It's the Lab Tech Show. Y'all ready? Let's go ahead and get this show started. Y'all ready? Let's go.
Yes.
I can't believe this.
Ma'am, any reason you were speeding tonight?
I'm trying to get home to watch the Lab Tech Show.
I'm gonna let you go because I don't want you getting left behind.
Man, they're about to break down something crazy tonight.
Turn on the lab.
Welcome to the Lab Tech Show. We start now.
It's about to be good right here.
Yeah. We did it. It's another week. Hello, everybody. How y'all doing? My name is Tallboy. We like to break down technology in a language that you can understand. And that's pretty much what it is. I got my main man, Revas, here in the background. Revas, you're here. How you doing? You made it. You survived. How you doing?
Oh, I'm doing pretty well today. I'm doing pretty well.
All
Actually, just in lieu of everything today, I decided to wear Nah, I'm gonna take them off. I'd rather be an oddball. Hey, I'm just
Okay, that's what's up. Well, look, Revis, you know how we roll. We like to break down technology. We like to hear your comedic point of view. But today we're going to switch it up a little bit. We needed to get a woman's point of view. I got a good friend of mine. She's here from Georgia, the Georgia area. She's from old Atlanta. Like we get to talk our crap because, like we had that Georgia red dirt. She got her side. I got my side, which I think the west side is the best side. But she likes to, talk to you from an entrepreneurial standpoint. She actually owns her own school, y'all, like a Montessori school. And she's a wife and she's a mother. So at the end of the day, I got my homegirl, Erica Gwyn. Erica, how you doing? How you doing? How you doing?
I am doing great. How are you?
She got that lipstick on. Revis was messing with her in the background, talking about, you ain't gonna put no lipstick on?
You got me, so I put my lip glosses popping.
Oh, man. Look, you should have just came as you are. Nobody was going to judge you, but we got you. This is the Lab Tech Show. We like to break down technology in a language that you can understand. These are all articles that you probably are not aware of, but we would like to get a female's point of view. And fellas, I told y'all are the ones that's carrying the show, but y'all not commenting. So maybe Erica can get you guys to comment a little bit. So we got the ladies. Revis knows how to get, the Lisa Marias and the Sheila Bakers and the Hit the Spot 1006s all riled up. But maybe we can get Erica to get you guys to talk a little bit of tech with us. And remember, there's no wrong answer in anything that we're doing, all right? So if you don't know it, we'll look it up. We'll take the time. That's why you have us live. You can interact with us in real time. So look, we're going to go ahead and get into the show. And before we do that, we got rules, and we're going to jump right into it. Y'all ready? Let's go. What's going on, everybody? Tallboy here.
It's another edition of Tech News. Look, let me tell you how we roll around here.
You can watch on your phone, your TV, or your PC.
You want you to comment, so the only way you can really do that is on your phone, right?
Now, look, come rock with us. It's all about authenticity and transparency.
So we like to keep it 100 with you.
Now, look, we like to tell you all the time, this technology is here. So what you gonna do about it?
Let's jump into the first article.
Oh, yeah. Here we go. Walmart. Did y'all hear about this? Who shops at Walmart? Erica, I know you're a mother. You got to shop at Wally World. Do you do that?
I once a year go in Walmart, and I'm more of a Sam's Club, same umbrella. But yeah, I do support. I
Okay.
don't support, but
Sam's Club. Sam's Club is the same as Walmart. It's the
yeah.
same. Wally World. Okay. Well, I got you. Well, look, they doing some things. After a whole decade of holding out and making people open up the actual Walmart app or the Sam's Club app to make your payments, they said, hold up, we're not gonna do it no more. We're gonna finally get with the program. And they rolled out the new tap to pay. And they said all of this is gonna start late August 2026. But it will hit every Walmart and Sam's Club in the country before the year ends. So no more. I left my ID in the car. I don't have cash. I got to download the app. No, you can actually tap to pay with your phone or with your card. And they said they're also going to hit this with gas pumps by mid 2027. So if you like to shop at Walmart, you go into Walmart, and you hate the fact that they don't have that tap to pay feature, well, no worries. It's all taken care of now. And they got you, they said, to where you are good to go. All right. They said you can now tap your physical credit card, debit card, Apple Watch, iPhone, and your Android device directly at the register terminal without jumping through any extra hoops. So basically, no more struggling with bad card chip readers, because that just happened to me a couple weeks ago. Like, I put the chip in and it's not reading. Swipe it, just tap. They said they're also saying that modern tap to pay uses tokenization. Your real card number is never shared with the store system, keeping your account safe from card skimmers at register. So you don't have to worry about it, because all you're doing is just tapping it onto the terminal, and you ain't got to worry about somebody getting you for your couple coins that you got. All right. And then also, you do not have to create a separate Walmart account, remember a new password, or download another app just to buy the groceries. All your purchases can stay organized inside of the Apple Wallet or the Google Wallet, making monthly expenses straightforward to review all in one spot. Now, why should you care? It requires zero tech skills, eliminates typing your PIN in plain view or for strangers to see, and it speeds up the whole entire checkout process. Instead of, let me put the card in, it ain't reading, let me swipe. No, you just tap and go on about your merry own way. All right. Now, keep this in mind. If you rely solely on your smartphone or your smartwatch to pay, remember to keep your phone charged. Now, I'm pretty sure y'all know that when y'all go in the store, but don't be at like 10% talking about, I'm going to run in here and do what I need to do. And now you ain't got no juice on your phone or on your device, and you can't tap to pay. And then now we got to wait for you to do what you do.
10% is a pretty good charge.
Well, hold on, Erica. What you talking about? 10%? What you talking about? Hold on, Willis. Hold on, Bertha. she like 10%. What is she talking about? She said not every single store will have the update active on day one, meaning you still need your physical wallet on hand until the system updates across all the locations. Mic check. I think I should be back. Not sure where we are right here, but hopefully we back. So can y'all hear me? Revis, Erica?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Hey,
Yes.
tech be teching, y'all. You can't control tech be. You cannot control tech be teching. But look, we're gonna keep it moving. I don't know where y'all left or I left off at, but basically I was just telling you 3 positives and 3 negatives. And basically you can tap faster. You can also, it supports Apple Pay, Google Pay, Samsung Pay, and also standard contactless bank cards. And it reduces the need to touch your shared card keypads or dirty screens or physical stylus pens. And then remember, Walmart held out since 2014 because they wanted to create their own system. They wanted their own app to keep their own data. And then support at the gas pump will not arrive until mid-2027. And so you still got to use your physical card to use it at the Murphy's or the gas pumps at Sam's. And then lastly, placing a mobile device too close to an active terminal prematurely can occasionally trigger a payment before items are fully rung up. So just wait until they say your order is your final total, and that's what it is. So we have a poll question for you guys, and then I'm going to get Erica and Revis's thoughts on this, and let's see what they say. Question that I have for you guys is, come on now. There we go. Question that I have for you is, all right, why is it not? Tech is teching. Come on now. Revis, what you think about all of this, sir? I'll figure it out.
You know what? I think it's good that Walmart done stepped up and stepped into the 21st century. They should have did this a long time ago while they tried to create their own thing.
Okay. The question I have for the audience, Walmart waited years to add tap to pay. What matters more to when a company adopts a feature customers have wanted for a long time? 1, listening to customers, even if it's too late. 2, security and reliability over speed. 3, lower prices matter more than features. 4, if it's late, I've already changed habits. Or 5, being first and staying ahead. 1 through 5, if you're watching on your phone, let us know in the comments, which one do you think? Erica, your thoughts on this?
Okay. I'm all about people being slow adopters, fast adopters, but I believe as a company, they should have moved faster on this opportunity, because now they probably lost an audience who will never come back and decide to engage and try to use that because they were already comfortable with a different vendor or a different store or brand. So that's my thought.
Okay. Revis, do you think that, now do you shop at Walmart, Revis?
Oh, of course.
So do you do the tap to pay, Revis?
I've never done it at Walmart, but yeah, I do tap to pay at some places. Yes.
Okay. They were saying a little bit, and I want to bring this up a little bit. I want to talk about this. Target accepted Apple Pay and contactless cards nationwide since 2019. Costco activated tap to pay at registers and fuel pumps in 2018. Kroger rolled out tap to pay across all retail banners in 2023 after the pandemic. Walgreens and CVS, they've been doing it for years. And of course, McDonald's, Quick Trip, Racetrack, they utilize your gas stations. They utilize tap to pay. So people who leave their wallets in the car or only carry a phone would get stuck at the register and walk out without buying. I had an experience like this not too long ago where I was in Walmart, and when I was in Walmart, and I was like, the chip reader is not reading, and I'm swiping, and finally the lady was like, you're going to have to go in the Walmart app. You know how frustrating that is? Because now I'm ready to go. I've already ordered my items, and then there's a long line, and we're sitting here waiting on them to, figure out why this is happening. So for me, I was a little frustrated. That's all I can tell you. Tallboy was frustrated. So now to know that there is a tap to pay. But then on the flip side, you got to remember, is Walmart giving up their data? Look at it from a different lens, if that makes sense. Like Walmart is the second largest company, only behind Amazon, right? I lost my train of thought. They're the second largest company as far as who they employ as Americans. So they're the second largest employer. They want that data. They don't want to give it up. I mean, if you, Erica, you're a business owner, you're an entrepreneur. I mean, would you want to give up your data if this happens? How would you feel about that?
It depends on the behaviors of your audience. So I actually don't have a problem with Walmart not being a slow adopter because their audience didn't demand it sooner. But I will say for someone as an entrepreneur that uses tech, you have to constantly evolve. That's how you become a blockbuster. So I do think they finally jumped in, realizing that they can't avoid it. But I don't think that they lost any revenue or lost any traction by being a slow adopter because their audience could keep the prices of their goods lower by not having too much tech. So I understand some of those decisions, but we're worried about this, and I think what's really the issue is Walmart is going to have to compete with the next tech rollout and move faster because that's what is showing that they're not adaptable and they can be hurting themselves.
So Walmart waited so long because when you use the Walmart Pay, you open their app that lets Walmart show you deals. They can pitch Walmart Plus to you. They can keep you locked into their ecosystem. Whereas when you do tap to pay, you don't have all of that, right? They wanted your data, and if you swipe the same physical card every week, Walmart can connect all your purchases to one profile, and then they hated card fees. Credit card companies charge stores a fee for every swipe. Walmart tried for years to build a system to cut those fees down. Now they're joining the ecosystem and saying, hey, you got to pay that 2.5% just because you're swiping that Visa, that MasterCard, or that Amex, if that makes sense. I don't know if that's fair. I don't know if it's right. I don't know if it makes any sense, but you got to look at it from that standpoint.
That's fair. I think that, when you mention that changes the conversation, but because I don't shop at Walmart, I don't feel that pain point of like, oh, this is frustrating. I got to log into the app. But I will say in trying to clip online coupons at other stores, I have to go into their app and I do feel overwhelmed when I'm trying to just hurry check out. And I'm like, oh, what is this? So now it's not an enjoyable engagement into the tech. It's me frustrated because I'm really already thinking I'm ready to go home and, take my goods with me and use them for whatever that moment is. So, yeah.
Revis, anything before I move on? Because there's a couple more things I want to highlight real quick. Is there anything you think?
I think the CEOs of Walmart need to watch the Lab Tech Show. That way, they can move a lot faster when it comes to tech because you don't want to get left behind. If you get left behind, you're going to lose a lot of money. And Amazon is really on top of their job. So Walmart, if you're listening or someone tell you, watch the Lab Tech Show so you can get ahead of people here.
Well, like I said, I think at the end of the day, it's all about shoppers who bypass the Walmart app miss out on automatic manufacturer savings, cashback rewards, such as Walmart Cash, because I think Erica said something about she does Sam. So do you get Sam's Cash or something like that? Is that what you do, Erica?
I do get Sam's Cash. Look, now I need to reevaluate my shopping habits with Sam's. But yes, I do. And I do use the app in Sam's, funny enough. I use when I see the lines along, I log into their app and I just scan and check myself out, become an employee. But the trade-off is I get to move a little faster through the store and out when everyone else is still doing the analog process. And I will say Sam's Club, I saw them being the first in the innovation market with you check out on the app and then you walk through these machines and it connects that to me. they are doing that before other big box stores. So I think Walmart is testing their brand to see like, okay, this shopper that tends to spend more money, I'm going to invest in the tech there. And the ones that weren't maybe buying at the same volume, they're going to stay more analog. But now, it's time to push everybody along. So that's kind of the trend I think I'm seeing.
Scan and go is what Lisa Maria says. She says, but your base is forcing you to make that move, right? And then hit the spot. 1006 says, it's about time. Come on now. Based on the economy, they will have better prices. And then James says, don't sleep on Sam's Club. They the truth. So, I mean, you're looking at it from that perspective, right? So, I mean, I don't know. I from a company standpoint, I understand why they did what they did. From a consumer standpoint, you don't want to stand in the line, but you got to remember from a company standpoint, I'm looking at my bottom line, and if I'm giving up 2.5%, it's a iffy thing. But the audience says security and reliability over speed is what they care about most.
I agree with that. Even in the industry of education, there are AI schools and all these things, and for me,
Hold on a
I
second.
just believe that.
We have an audio problem again.
Okay.
You guys should be good. Go ahead.
Okay.
In my industry, working with children, safety is always the top priority. So even though something may seem like innovative, you have to look at your environments to see like what's the best practice for this. And sometimes I will say you have to be okay with not doing what everyone else is trending to do, because your audience will adapt to the environment that they want. Maybe they want, from security and reliability is more important than speed, is what the audience feedback is giving us here. And I think that speaks volumes, because as much as technology eases things, we see a lot of companies pulling back on the tech and hiring back real employees, because you saw it at Ford. They had all this AI, and the plants were having to recall. They were recalling all of these vehicles because the AI technology was a hindrance with things not working the way it should. So just go old school. It's sometimes the best way. That's how. It just depends on the scenario. But when it comes to safety over security.
I think that's fair. Lisa Maria says, I can use cash at self-checkout, so I don't really see a benefit for me, but who knows what the future holds. But this is for somebody who likes to do the tap and pay, right? So, I mean, everybody's not going to walk around with cash. And I completely understand that people are not going to walk around with cash, because I don't walk around with cash. But Lisa Maria has her use case.
They're trying to make us go cashless.
Well, that too, right? I'm happy with Tap. The credit card insert feature barely works on my card. Janky credit card machine, says Ray Wright, right? So, I mean that's something that you got to think about, right? So their machines don't work, and you're in the store. And when you're in the store, you're sitting there saying, hey, tapping is not working. The chip is not reading, so the swipe is not reading. Maybe they need better terminals. I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there. I'm still stuck on losing privacy and security over easier convenience. I think people should really pay attention. I know it's convenient to do the tap, but I mean, when you can own your own ecosystem, I think that that's something that, people should probably pay a little bit more attention to. So I know tap is easier, but knowing that I have the ecosystem, I can sell what I want to sell to you directly. And I don't have to worry about, hey, Visa, MasterCard is messing with, itemizing. Well, they can't itemize it because it's a tokenization, right? So they can't itemize it. But yeah, I think you should be careful just giving away your assets. And I don't think they just want convenience. And I think that's something that they need to pay attention to.
Well,
Go ahead.
I'm gonna say this, as a mom in this economy, I would be okay with them having my data. That's what grocery stores have done for years. They track your shopping behavior to see how to restock inventory and see. Can I name other companies?
Go
I don't know
ahead.
how that
This is the
works. in
lab
this
tech show.
space.
You do
Okay.
what you want to do over here.
Let's use CVS as an example. It knows my shopping behavior, so it incentivizes me for that data by giving me coupons, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna use that to get $6 back in rewards. Plus, I stack that with another manufacturer coupon. So it's not being afraid of it. It's just understanding how do I make this data they're using also be my benefit. Now they're paying me to shop because now I'm stacking my rewards from them using my data that I'm almost becoming a tester being paid for my quality assurance feedback. And I'll buy that product again if I liked it or I may not. So I think it's just all about perspective of how data is being used. And if you change the narrative and not looking at it like I'm a victim, but you're using it from a empowerment tool, shoppers will continue to modify their behaviors. You see it with Rakuten or uh, Ibotta. I don't use those little things as much, but I'm trying to learn more because all of it is influenced by behaviors and public health behavior trends. That's my lane. So public health and tech are intersecting here for me.
Okay. Well, you guys see what's happening. I had a real briefly before we wrap up out of here or get out of this segment here. I wanted you guys to see when this stuff was all going to roll out. And let's see. Is it here? I thought I had it there. Okay, well, Revas, we slipping over here. I got it, but I don't have it where it needs to be. But I won't tell on myself. This is the
But
dates
I
here.
tell you what,
These are the dates.
James,
So if you're in these states, this is when it's rolling out. And I think Georgia is coming out October 1st. So look at these states. If you're in California, September 10th. And then also if you're in Florida for Sheila Baker, October 5th. New York, October 12th. So you see when this is going to be rolling out to your respective state. So it's a slow rollout. And remember, the gas comes in mid-2027. So this is right here for you to see when you can officially do or expect to utilize tap to pay. Revis, final words?
Yeah, my final words is James and I are going to have a debate. And I would like to hit the spot 1006 for the super chat. Now, the debate between me and James is he said Walmart or Sam's Club is the truth. James, I like Costco. I'm sorry. Here it is.
Okay. I'm going to let you have that. And you
Revis,
guys.
you're bougie. That's what you're saying.
Thank you very much. Yes, I am. Yes.
You have a fine palate. Listen, I like Costco, but I'm going to tell you, Costco sometimes can be too healthy. Sometimes I just need a snack to be a snack. And I can count on good old faithful, I ain't going to say Walmart, but Sam's Club to do that. But I do like Costco too. So maybe I need to analyze my experiences. Pay a little more.
My thing with Sam's Club and Costco. I used to go to Sam's Club and I used to get my baby back ribs. And you get 3 of them, and the price was like $25 or something like that. Well, after COVID hit, Sam's Club got cheap. And now you get 2 of them for $25 when you can go to Costco and still get 3 of them for $25. I'm just saying, I like Costco better.
Okay. Final words here. Mandrell says, ultimately, it has to do with bottom line. What they say, what percentages do they get charged by utilizing a tap for purchasing goods versus your standard swipe or insert fees differentiate between the types? And like I said, you're getting hit with 2.9% every time you swipe as a company. That's an issue. And this is probably one of the reasons why they were last to hold out. So we're going to move on. We're going to do this word of the day so Revis can break it down. And boy, it's one of them days. Just one of them days.
Hey, everybody. Professor Revis here. What did you think? Walmart welcomes tap to pay? Well, you heard my take. You heard Tall Boy's take. But this is an interactive show, and unless you comment, we don't know your take, so you need to comment. And We got other things in tap for the show today. Guess what? Flock cameras are doing more. Do you know what that's about? We'll tell you about it. And the streaming prices goes up again. Yes, streaming prices rise again. And that USB port, that C port on the bottom of your phone that you usually charge your phone for, it's used for more than that. And we're going to tell you what's it all for. And then I'm going to come to you with the word of the day. I'm going to try to break down the word devolve. You ever heard of that word? I haven't either, but I'm going to give it a shot. But in the meantime, tall boy, play my theme song.
That's why we need to just sit back and enjoy this evening. So if you'll choose me, then you're my choice tonight.
Put your hands in the air and sing along with me. Bustin' out on the funk. Bustin' out.
Traded a rig for a reel. He is still sitting down. From the cab to the dock, he is off the clock. How are you, Revas? Fish on.
Okay, Revas. How you doing, man? We here.
I'm doing all right, man.
Did you get any fishing in this week, brother?
No, I haven't. It's actually been cold, so I'm glad the water is cooling down. I may be going tomorrow, so that's
Okay.
all I can say. I haven't been,
So it's
but I
not
may be
balmy.
going tomorrow.
So it wasn't balmy,
No,
is what you're saying.
The thing about it, it's very cold in the morning and it's balmy right now. It's raining outside right now, and I'm in the house. I got the fan on me. It's very balmy in here right now. So I'm just saying.
There's a
And
lot going on.
it warms up pretty quickly outside.
Okay. Well, look, sir, we got this word of the day called devolve. And since you are probably going to get outside today, you pretty much had all day to think about how you going to break down this word devolve. Devolve is to gradually go from an advanced state to a less advanced state, or to pass something, such as a responsibility or power from one person or group to another at a lower level of authority. Now, Revas, this is going over my head. I don't know what none of this means. So I'm going to give you two sentences, and hopefully you can break it down to where the people that's watching, they can get it. They say if you do not update your phone's operating system regularly, a system software glitch can quickly devolve into a major headache when none of your daily banking or messaging apps work right. And then for you as a trucker who loves to fish, retirement is supposed to be about kicking back with a rod and reel. But a relaxing trip will quickly devolve into pure frustration if you do not check the boat battery before backing down the ramp. Revis, I don't know what devolve is, man. Go ahead, brother. Break it down for us, man.
Well, it's funny that you said that because because I did have that issue where my battery died. I actually make sure my battery is charged up before I leave. And when I get to the water, I actually back down the ramp, get in the boat, and start the boat up before I even unhook it. I start the boat up, it starts up, I drive up out the water, get off the ramp, then I unhook everything and back down and drop the boat in the water. But when it comes to devolve, I unfortunately I have to think of one of the reasons why I got off the truck, and that was to be a help to my uncle who has dementia. And when I'm thinking of dementia, I'm thinking about the gradual enhanced state that he was in, and as it slowly decline or dissolve or devolve, it gets worse and worse. And then he got to the point where he has to have a power of attorney, and he really doesn't have uh, the power to do the things that he used to have. Devolve, that right there was the first thing that came to mind when I thought about it. And then when I think of the word Devolve, I think of the CEOs of the trucking company who sits high and looks low, while the people in the lower status runs the whole operation while they still get paid. Devolve is when you sit in the office and delegate your authority to other people, and the people in less authority are the ones that do all the work. That is Devolve.
Erica, how did he do?
Listen, this is tough because I was a spelling bee champ in the 6th grade at my middle school, so I'm gonna give him an 8 out of 10. It was solid. You know, he spoke to an audience. He developed his avatar. He talked about the trucking industry to connect the dots, and I give it an 8 out of 10.
Okay, audience, how did Revas do? If you're watching on your phone, for a word that I never heard of, well done. 2, you got to do better, Revas. 3, the retirement is paying off. 4, why are you wasting our time? Or 5, I'm just here for the comments. 1 through 5, let us know, how did Revas do on the word of the day? Now, we know Hit the Spot 1006, James Hicks, they're going to be quite critical. We don't know where End of Trading is at, but I see Tech Troublemaker here. Shout out to everybody over at Chatter. I'm actually in the room over there at Chatter, so shout out to y'all over there. Let us know, how did Revas do on the word of the day? Break it down for us, and let us know. They said the retirement is paying off. They showing you some love. Okay, Sheila Baker,
Right.
Lisa Maria, Tech Troublemaker. I see. Okay, well, you know, I'm not mad at it. So basically, you're telling me your uncle has now you've taken on the role or the responsibility of your uncle now that he's no longer able to take care of himself. Is that what you're saying?
I am helping out. Yes, I am
But
helping out.
that's a way to use Devolve, is what you're telling me.
Yes, it's a way to use Devolve because uh, when he was at a crystal clear state, he was all right, but now everything is declining, and as things go down, and other people have to take over, you don't have that crystal clear state anymore, then you have to delegate that authority to someone else. So therefore, that right there is Devolve.
Okay.
Yes.
Can I give my take on the word?
Come on now, break it
Sure.
down.
All right, Devolve. I am I'm a mom and a wife. That's how we started off. When you devolve, you should be succession planning for life after my legacy is done. Let's use Dolly Parton as an example. Bless, rest her soul, rest in power, Dolly Parton. I believe that Dolly Parton built an empire intentionally, and she is devolved the plans for who will continue to ensure that those businesses and her brand that she built stays relevant. Um, and so yeah, devolve can mean the delegate. It can mean, I took the interpretation from Revis that it's a higher up delegating task in a downward spiral, but it also can be an uptick. It can be used in a way to explain how you keep things going in continuity or perpetuity. So devolving power doesn't always mean maybe shifting from good to bad, but it's a transfer. It's an energy shift. So that is my interpretation of devolve.
Okay, I see it.
Good. And I like that. Yes.
Passing down the torch, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Well, that's what it is. Damson, where you at, Damson? Damn, son. That's what I like to call him.
Hey, this is Damson, your avatar friend from the Lab Tech Show. Let me get your attention for a moment. You know, Tallboy didn't come to play with you tonight, but Revis, maybe. He got jokes.
Oh, wow.
But in all seriousness, we're about to drop a 4-part formula that could affect you, your family, or your community. By the end of the show, you'll see how it connects to your life, your business, or maybe even a hustle. We're giving you real energy, so could you share the show with 2 people that you rock with? Don't let your people get left behind because you were gatekeeping. I'm just saying. You made it to the channel, so let's lock in and see how it all connects.
All right, y'all. Last week we talked about flock cameras and how they were being misused. Well, now they want to beta test flock cameras. They want to take it to another level. They said that they're testing a tool called OS Investigate. It was formerly called Night Shift, and that uses AI to track cars and identify drivers based on their driving patterns, locations, and time windows across 6,000 communities. Uh, y'all know flock cameras was basically, there to just, use license plate readers. Now they're saying they want to check how you drive. They're testing the software with select law enforcement agencies. And so instead of typing in a specific tag number tied to a reported crime, an officer can type plain English prompts to hunt for travel habits now. Going to the grocery store, going to your grandma's house, they can do all of that, right? The software cross-references camera feeds with 911 dispatch logs, arrest records, and commercial identity files to map out names, home addresses, and phone numbers and friends. Now, they're saying that, hey, this is some of the benefits. If somebody steals your car without the plates attached, the system tracks vehicle body damage, roof racks, or unique route habits to find it. If you know that every Sunday you take the same route, well, they say, oh, well, around 8 o'clock around this time, that same blue Mitsubishi, that pickup truck, that Mercedes goes down this street. They know. If an aging parent with dementia gets disoriented and drives away from home, investigators can trace their usual driving routes and find them without needing immediate tag sightings. And police can locate the car using time, travel, direction, and body damage rather than relying on blurry plate numbers. Now, why should you care? Every time you drive to the pharmacy, your doctor, your church, your bank, or to your child's school, these roadside cameras log your vehicle's physical characteristics. You do not have to do anything illegal or have a police record. The system builds a searchable pattern of where you go, what time you leave your house, and who you travel near on public roads. If your daily commute happens to match the timing and route of a person under investigation, the system can flag you as a possible associate.
I can't hear you, sir. I see the camera on me, but I don't know if you guys can hear me.
I can hear you. I can hear you, but
okay. And I didn't hear the question, but if it's regarding the flock cameras, I think we should just be telling people how to destroy them at this point, because when a black man or somebody's been
I do apologize, guys. We having some issues with our audio. Bear with us. It should be back. Revis, are you here? Erica, are you here?
I am here.
Okay.
I
Hopefully,
am here.
we can get this worked out. So, your thoughts on the flock cameras, Erica?
I'm not a fan of flock cameras. You know, it's cool with the data. They've been tracking us, right? But my thing is, who has access to it, and are they using it to advance and promote the proper welfare for all people? And I was kind of alluding to, you know, there's not a flock camera in sight when a black man is harmed, or you know, things worse. So I just think that, you know, hearing the article talk about for someone to, it can help if someone has dementia and they're driving. Well, if you got dementia at this point, I probably don't even want you driving at all. So like, how is a flock camera helping if this person is that harmful? You know what I mean? The article is slanting the reader to think like, oh yeah, that could be a solution. But tell me, how many times has a flock camera ever actually helped someone with dementia that finite? Like, no, they're tracking bigger behavior. So now they ain't got to worry about me, because with gas prices rising like it is, I ain't moving my car at all. So
What's going on, everybody? Tall boy here. Revis, your thoughts?
My thoughts is, I think Flock is just doing way too much. They're doing way too much, and they're starting to track more than just the license plate. They're doing driving habits, everything. Somebody got a car stolen, and now they're looking for the car, and then they got 20 suspects because of driving habits, because they've seen that car and they've seen some kind of habit that coincides with what Flock has been taking data on. So therefore, they're gonna pull me, Lisa Maria, Tall Boy, Erica, Hit the Spot 1006, James Hicks, and Tech Troublemaker. They're gonna pull us all over. They want to watch all of us and find out which one of us stole the car, because they seen the car, and the habit that the person is driving does the same thing that we all do. So it's got to be one of us, right? I'm just saying, they do too much. Let's get rid of these flock cameras. There's a lot of cities that's pulling out of it right now. Let's just get rid of them. They're not doing what they were intended to do.
So Flock already has over 120,000 cameras running across thousands of cities and neighborhoods nationwide. You cannot opt out on the road. If you drive on public streets, you cannot take your car off the system, quite naturally. Obscuring your plate is illegal, so you cannot do something with your plate. So you'll get pulled over, and that's what you definitely don't want. Nobody wants to give any free money. I mean, give any money away to the government unless they have to. Plus, this AI tracks bumpers, bumper dents, roof racks, and paint color, not just tag numbers. The only fix right here is politics, y'all. Y'all got to vote. Y'all got it. There's an election coming up. You need to find out where your local person, from city council to county commissioner, you have to find out where they stand on Flock. And if they don't stand where you stand, don't vote for them. I don't care if you vote Republican or Democrat. This is not a president issue. This is a local community issue. That's what this boils down to at the end of the day. You got to get out there and go vote. Plain and simple. If you don't vote, then flock cameras are going to be where they are. I was literally driving down the street today, and I said, they got the flock cameras in the bushes. How they put the flock cameras in the bushes, y'all? It was like you pulled into this, I guess, this street or whatever it is, and a lot of houses are down there. And apparently they just said, well, instead of putting them on the light poles, we're just going to put them in the bushes. I didn't even see it. And like I told you, right outside of my door, outside of my patio, there's a flock camera right there. As soon as you come out the apartment complex, flock camera right there. As soon as you get down the other end of the street, flock camera right there. Everywhere you go, it's a damn flock camera. You gotta vote. Go ahead, Erica.
Yeah, I was thinking about what you said about the shrubs. I live in a county where they do such wonderful landscaping right around the major highways. Then you can go in the same metro Atlanta to another side of town and they have overgrown signs, overgrown shrubbish that cover street signs. So I'm wondering, like, is it truly them trying to hide the flock camera, or could it be a bigger infrastructure issue at hand? But I don't like the way it's trending with this idea of flock cameras.
Well, you got to
And
look at it
and
like this. They're trying to build 15 or 20-minute cities. I'm not sure the correct terminology, but they're trying to build
okay,
these cities within a city, and they know where you are. And then and you got to remember, it picks up voice too. So if you are talking and you're saying, I'm going to organize, guess what? It's listening. And then the police can come to that area right before you get ready to organize, and they can shut it down, right? So they're policing you inside of your own neighborhood to where you can't even organize. And people aren't paying attention to this, and they think, oh, this is cool because it keeps the bad actors out of the neighborhood. No, you're locking yourself in your own neighborhood. That's basically what you're doing. And I think a lot of people are not understanding what's happening. And depending on how this election goes in the next 2 years, I mean, are we going to live in a police state? Are we going to be monitored everywhere we go? I mean, they're literally putting it here. And unfortunately, America...
We're already in a police state. We're already monitored with our cell phones. So at this point, I say organize, and you can't live in fear.
Well,
that flock camera doesn't have a heart, a pulse, a intelligence that we do. So I think that's the fear that people have, is technology has put this gloom doom over us. And instead, we can use that more intelligently or more coordinated and strengthen our power. I just don't know the solution per se, but I'm not afraid of the technology.
Well, I think the problem that we have is we live in a reactive state, right? When the pandemic first hit, there was these scooters called Lime and Birds and all of that, remember? And they dropped, multiple companies dropped their scooters in the middle of downtown Atlanta, and people were riding around. Oh, I don't have to walk. I don't have to ride the bus. The bus is taking too long. I need to get to wherever I need to get to. But who was managing them? They just dropped them and said, hey, pay this fee. You can ride, get you to wherever you need to go. And then once you got through, you just dropped it on the side of the road. Well, now you are littering our community with these bikes, and they said, hold up, no more bikes. You didn't go and say, hey, we would like to bring these bikes here. Can we get it to pass? How can we regulate it? Look at the self-driving vehicles. Same thing, right? So you're bringing them in the cities, and you're saying, hey, you're replacing them with, cab drivers, which are now Uber or Lyft drivers. And now you have, what happens with those vehicles? What happens if they break down? What if they just block the road? Because that's what they've been known to do, but there was no regulation. They just literally dropped them off in the city and said, here you go. No different from these flock cameras. They're just dropping them off on every block and saying, here you go. And until there's enough public concern or pushback, that's when you have the issue of, oh, well, we need to rethink this. America's a reactive state. We react to everything after it's already happened. And I think you would think that city council would say, hold up, before you do any type of business, you need to run it by us first, and let's see if we can approve it. But unfortunately, that's not where we stay at right now.
Well, Tallboy, I'll just end with saying I read the article seeing where people are destroying flock cameras. So to all my graffiti artists, get out there and spray paint them flock cameras.
Hey,
we got work to do.
Hold up. I'm not supporting this message on camera of what she said, but you heard what she said.
My opinions are my own. These are my own opinions.
Say that again on the camera by yourself.
Yes. These are my own opinions. Go out there and spray paint. Get your art on. Be creative. Let it flow. Don't be afraid. Spray paint.
Those are the words of Erica Gwyn, not Tallboy or Revis. But we feel you, though.
Thank you.
And we hear you. That's all I'm going to say. We hear you and we feel you.
Never scared.
She said, I ain't never scared. What's going on, everybody? Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and the notification bell, please. We're trying to build a show. We're trying to build a following. We're trying to do something, and we want you to support what we got. Will you embrace this technology? It's the Lab Tech Show. Embrace it. You see, we just having casual conversation. We waiting on the fellas to tap in because Erica says she ain't never scared. So we building. Are you scared? You scared to comment? Holler at us. Let us know that you're here in the comments. It's the Lab Tech Show. Come on, join us. Be a part of the family. You know how we roll. This is how we do things around here. Come on. And also, we got the brands, y'all. Y'all see the brands right there. We're on YouTube. We're on Spotify. We got Your Live Production. You see how we moving over here. We're also on Roku and Amazon Fire. So look, this is how we move around here. We are creating our own lane. We're not waiting. We're not asking for permission. We're just doing our own thing. These are our brands, and we would like for you to support us, all right? So if you're in the car and you looking for a nice something to just say, hey, let me stimulate my mind and understand what's going on, well, check us out. Hey, if you on Spotify, turn on the Lab Tech Show. We here. So look, if you'd like to support us in any way, shape, form, or fashion, you can do that on PayPal, Cash App, or Super Chats. Shout out to the people that's donating with the Super Chats. That's what's up. And then we also, I think in the comments, we have Buy Me a Coffee. I think that's what it is. Or Streamlabs, something. Support us. We got multiple ways. So support the show. And remember, real tech, real talk, real impact. Remember, as always, think big, think tall boy. Think big, believe in God. Think tall, the sky's the limit. And think tall boy, because he said so, and he is doing it. Yo, we need to switch gears up because every week is something new going on with this damn streaming, y'all. Last week, Peacock went up in prices, and they said that they're doing something with YouTube. And then Netflix said that, hey, we might be willing to give you, YouTube and Disney said, well, we've reached the capacity to where, you know what, we're going to probably give you a free tier, but we're going to run some ads at you. You got to watch some commercials. And now ESPN said, hold up, football season's right around the corner. And we're going to raise these prices over here too. So they said Disney is coming for the pockets right before football season kicks off. And basically ESPN is increasing monthly and annual rates for standalone plans and popular streaming packages starting September 17th of this year. ESPN Select increases from $13 to $14 a month, or you can pay annually at $140 a year. ESPN Unlimited, they said, hold up, $30 to $32 a month. So now that's $320 a year. Disney Plus and Hulu with ads going from $20 to $22. Disney Plus and Hulu with no ads, $30 to $33. They are literally raising the price, y'all. Like, this is ridiculous. They're saying they're combining ESPN with Disney Plus and Hulu under one billing. Login keeps live games, news, movies in a single account. And this prevents tracking separate logins across the services. Ain't nobody trying to believe any of that. Y'all trying to bust our heads, and it's almost cheaper to just go back to cable, y'all. Like, it almost is. Because when you look at what you're paying for, as I've said all the time, maybe you just get one subscription, watch it, and be out, you know, at the end of the month, and then go watch another one. Because they're banking on you to sign up and you forget. That's what they're banking on. And then now that's another $22, another $33, another $27.99 that's coming out of your pocket into theirs. They just want the coin. That's all they want. Now, why should you care? If you signed up through Verizon, Apple subscriptions, or your smart TV, your monthly bank statements will show an unexpected extra charge unless you check your active subscriptions and cancel. Y'all need to pay attention. If you rocking with ESPN, Disney, Hulu, y'all need to go look at those subscriptions and say, hey, we need to do something over here. Before I ask Revis and Erica their thoughts, let me ask you guys, when streaming prices keep going up, what's the first thing you gonna cut? There's no poll question. Just type it right there in the question in the comments, and you go from there. Revis, your thoughts?
Man, look at here. Streaming keep going up, getting very expensive. I don't care about no streaming. I stream absolutely nothing unless it's free 99. If it's free 99, I'm subject to have it. But I don't have Tubi or anything else that's free 99. So, you know, I just think that you guys have to be smart and think about where your money is going and how much do you watch these services. If you don't watch them that often, get rid of them. Cut it. You know, and then do like Tall Boy said, put it in your calendar when everything is up and make sure you cancel before they hit you with another charge.
Look, y'all, they not playing with y'all. They not. It's only so much TV that you can watch, and I think that's what Aisha said. It's only so much TV time. How much TV are you watching? Nobody's working. Is what Aisha is saying. I mean, these are things that you have to, you got to pay attention to, and unfortunately, we're in a situation where they're not going to tell you, hey, if you don't ask the right question, oh well. Run me my money. Pay attention. You can put that $10 to supporting the Lab Tech Show. You can put that $10 to Chipotle. I was gonna say another restaurant, but we're not supporting that right now because the food not right. Supporting a local business. That's what you could do. So look at those subscriptions. If you're not doing nothing with those subscriptions, pay attention and say, let me go in there and cut it, if that makes sense. So YouTube is free, or you can go over to YouTube Premium. We just told you YouTube Premium is going to offer Peacock for free. Now you do have to watch ads, but I mean, YouTube Premium, no commercials on YouTube Premium for $13.99 a month, and you can watch whatever you want. And you got creators like myself, James Hicks, Tech Troublemaker, Awesome Fun Things. You got, Tanya Smith. You got creators that are out here actually creating content that, is informative, that we want you to walk away with and saying, hey, boom, there you go. So, I mean, these are all things that, you got to pay attention to. And if you don't pay attention to, like you said, you're not going to pay attention to it until you really need that money. And you're going to be like, well, where did this go? That's what's going to end up happening. So I'm just putting it out there for you to pay attention to. And it's on you to go from there. Erica, what's your thoughts on streaming? Your thoughts on streaming prices going up?
It's insane. I don't even watch TV, and I've been impacted by it because when I do want to watch TV, I realized, like, for example, we had Hulu Live. We took off the live, but I thought maybe I could still see the replays of the Real Housewives of Atlanta. It wasn't there, so I got a little frustrated. So I will say these price increases is the trash, because even when people like me, I probably watch 1 hour a week, and that's cumulative of TV. Mm-hmm. But it's getting ready to be football season. I want to see my UGA Bulldogs. So I might feel it a little more during football season when I'm more intentional about watching TV on a Saturday. So
you said what team you like to watch?
Well, the best team.
She said the Michigan Wolverines.
Oh, hell
no. It's all about that Tide, baby. Come on now. Roll Tide. Come on, what they say?
Sound the alarm.
No.
No flag.
No, flag on the plate with you. I don't know what you talking about with that UGA. Ooh, the only thing about UGA, the only thing about UGA is that red lipstick on your lips. That's all we're gonna say. That's the only thing about UGA is you got that red lipstick coming with them Bulldogs. That's it.
No, we're not doing this. I wasn't prepared for the hate, but
hey, we rolled the Tide. Come on, he over there with Michigan. He in another conference, but come on now, we can make a little wager. Look, she getting off the screen, y'all.
Yeah, let me call Kirby real quick. We'll recap this next week. So all of that to say, if I can't watch my football on Saturdays, now we got an issue.
Hey.
I'm not even talking Falcons. I don't.
No. Well, the Falcons are done this year. We done with them. The coach, you know where he coming from. We ain't messing with him. So
gotcha,
it is.
Speaking of sports, don't James Hicks have a sports show after this show?
Yeah, Team No Sleep. Yeah, if you read the bottom of the ticker, it should come up on the bottom of the ticker. So we said we was gonna charge James to run some ads over here because he getting free promo if that makes sense.
Blue.
But yeah,
I'm sorry, reading the chat.
Revis go blue. Oh my God! Now you got Ray Wright in the comments talking about Revis is right, go blue, and then he over there talking about the leaders and the best. Oh my God! What are they talking about?
Right. Ray, right. I'm with you, man. 100%, man. Let's do lunch.
Look, he in the Michigan area, so you need to find him. And he go. James over there. Look at Revis, 2 points. Oh my God, man! He don't even know how to get 2 points in football.
Who?
You ain't said it. Somebody said go Dogs. How you get 2 points?
He ain't talking about 2 points in football. He's talking about 2 points for the plug.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, all right. Yeah. Run me my check, James. That's all I'm saying. Run me my check. Run me my check. Look, I got Erica like, look, I'm not supporting that message. Put yourself on the screen. James, we got sponsorship packages. Oh man, that is hilarious. Look, y'all, we got one more article that we need to talk about, but before we do that, where is it at? Revis said something about some merch, and I'm trying to find where he said about the merch. Didn't you say something about merch, Revis?
I sure did.
Well, you said merch, and we got commercial, so we'll run the commercial first. Revis like to see himself. Yeah, Revis like to see himself. So here, Revis, there you go.
You told the streets the battery lasts 3 days. So why is at 4% and it's noon?
See? That's cap. Pure copper plated. Take them to the stand.
Case number 404, the overhyped Pro model. You claim 8K video, but this looks like it was filmed on a toaster.
The streets deserve better. We don't care about the press release. We care about the performance.
The verdict is...
If you want the truth without the corporate filter, you need to be at the lab. We keep it real.
That's why I watched the Lab Tech Show on Wednesday at 8 p.m. They got the receipts. What you waiting on?
You can watch on your phone, your TV, or your PC. This technology is here. So what you gonna do about it?
Hey, everybody. Guess what? It's that time again. Tall Boy's got merch. That's right. Tall Boy has merch. I have merch. TBJ has merch. We have something for everybody. And guess what? A holiday is coming around. Guess what? You can get it for everybody in the family. Get your merch at shop.tallboy.us. That's right. Shop.tallboy.us. And if you're on your television or your computer, look it, there's a PR code right there in the center. All you have to do is take that code, a picture with your camera, and it will take you right to shop.tallboy.us and just hit on all products. And we got something for everybody. Look it, you know that I don't do ships. So, of course, we have that shirt because I don't do ships. But we got a couple new ones now. Yes, look at that. Give me a kiss. Keep it simple, stupid. That's right. We got a sweat hood. It's Keep It Simple, Stupid. And it's for sale right now. And if you go to shop.tallboy.us, we got it in multiple colors. And we have it up to a 5X. That's right. Keep it simple, stupid. And that's not the only thing we got. We got something else, too. We got another one. Date the body, marry the lens. That's right. That is Tall Boy's new saying. And if you see him today, he has that shirt on. Date the body, marry the lens. Look it. We have that in black. We got it in gray and we got it in white. That's right. We got it in gray. We got it in white. We got it in multiple colors. Take your choice. Go to shop.tallboy.us. And if you use the promo code, we did it. That's right. We're still running that. We did it. You're going to get 30% off. So run over there as soon as the show is over. Shop.tallboy.us. That's right. And get yours today.
All right, y'all. We'll go ahead and start reeling this thing right on in here. USB-C ports. I know your team iPhone, Erica. Do you have the USB-C port, or you still got the Lightning port? You still old school? Which one you got?
You know what? I'm so old school. I don't know what the hell I have. I hate the technology changes. I just look for a cord and plug my phone. I don't know what kind of port it is. I'm not that techie like that.
Well, that's a lot of people, right? That's a lot of people. Most people think that the little slot.
I'm not ashamed.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with it. This is why we talk about it on the Lab Tech Show, right? That most people think that that little slot at the bottom of their phone is strictly for plugging it into a wall charger. That port is a full hardware connection standard. You can plug directly into external monitors to get a full desktop computer interface. You can hook it up to thumb drives to move photos or video without paying for cloud storage. You can connect your studio microphones, and you can share battery juice with someone whose phone is about to die. So you've been to an event and their phone is about to die and you got about 70, 80, 90%. You could say, hey, give me your cord and I can get your juice. Or you give up your juice to give them some juice. Now, you're not going to give up all your juice and get them to a 60 and now you down to 20. Now, we're not going to do that, but you can actually plug in both sides of the cord and you can charge with some of the newer phones. Now, if you have one of these phones that Revas got, I don't know if you could do all of that over there. Revas got one of those.
I have done it.
Oh, you've done it? Oh, okay. Yes. Look, I was about to do you bad, but you said you've done it, so go ahead. So basically, as long as you got a phone and you have a USB-C port, you should be able to charge someone else's device. Shout out to J5 Create, the friends of the show. Jared has been on the show a couple times. Jared sent me one of these screencasts. So you plug this into the bottom of your phone via USB-C port, and on the other side, you plug the USB-C into the back of the TV and the HDMI, and you can mirror what's on the screen. So this is the device here. You plug this on the bottom of the phone, and you plug this here into the HDMI and in the USB-C port, and then now whatever's on your phone, you can literally say, hey, I want to watch a movie, or I have some content from a family reunion or an event that I had did. You could do that, right? So hopefully that'll help you. Some other things that you can do with this is photo backups. I've been to concerts with Hit the Spot 1006. She's like, I'd rather you get the front seat because I know you're going to record the whole concert and you're going to get the best footage. And that footage is eating up that data on my phone, the gigabytes. So what I do is I plug the USB-C port in the bottom of my phone, and I literally take a USB-C and I take a micro SD card, and I literally drag and drop the files onto the SD card. And when I get in front of a computer, I'm good to go. So you can also connect headphones. Now you got your USB-C right here. And now you got headphones while you're on the plane. And then they also go in my pocket. Let me see if I'm lucky enough to have it. They even have devices to wear because they only have one port, right? So how do you keep your phone charged? Well, you can find this dongle, and this dongle will allow you plug this at the bottom. And at the bottom, you have a USB-A port, you have a USB and two USB-Cs. So now you're plugging in the device that you want, but then you can also plug another one into a battery charger to keep your phone charged. So you can also plug it into a portable power charger. So these are reasons or extra uses that you can use for USB-C. A lot of people didn't know. They just think, oh, I could just charge it on my phone and that's all it can do. Well, no, it can do a whole lot more than that. You can also connect a full keyboard and a mouse for productivity to do all of this. And you can have direct wired internet connection. So in the home Wi-Fi signal is weak or dropping during important video calls, plugging in an expensive USB-C to the Ethernet adapter gives you a solid high-speed wired internet line. These are all things that you can do with your USB-C on the bottom of your phone. Now, with the fact that iPhone is now leaving Lightning and now moving over to USB-C, you should be able to do those same things. So you're hearing different reasons or different use cases of how you can literally use USB-C. Did you know about this thing? The question that I have for you is, which USB-C feature would make the biggest difference in your daily life? Bigger screen on the TV? More storage with a flash drive? I don't need none of this. Keyboard and mouse support? Or maybe better audio accessories? Which one? If you're watching on your phone, let us know. Revis, what you think about this, man?
Man, look at here, Jared. You forgot about me? I'm just saying. Hey, I'd love to have one of those to plug into my television since I don't cut it on anyway, but I do. I'm always on my phone watching some kind of drama or something else. So if I had a way to watch it on my television from my phone, that would be good. And it's terrible that I have retired, but I have a confession to make. Yesterday, I actually cut the television on in the bedroom, and I actually watched about 3 minutes before I cut it off. Yes, about 3 minutes. Yeah. I do not watch television. I do not stream, but there are some dramas that I will watch on my phone. Well, I guess that is streaming, but it's free 99.
Erica?
As an entrepreneur, I see the value of the things you're sharing, but I was reading the chat and someone reminded me because I was feeling overwhelmed by this tech news. But then someone says my phone and tablet gives me the option to cast to my TV. And I was like, yeah, they're right. Like, I don't necessarily need a third party device because we have these, I guess, Apple TV things so I can cast to my TV. But I also do have like this Google Cast dongle thing. So you use the word dongle. I was like, oh yeah. It overwhelms me. I don't like TV too much, so I don't need a desire to stream and cast and have all these reasons. I just need to charge the phone. So if what you just described allows me to charge my phone, then I'm for the continued advancement. Otherwise, I'm checked out.
So you're basically saying I don't necessarily need all the other stuff. I just need it from my phone. That's what you're saying? I just need to charge my phone.
I'm saying that I don't need to be the owner of that information. Like, if I eventually expand and somebody else can help me do that, then let that be their expertise. Because what happens is I think we get so consumed with overloading ourselves with all the new technology and data that if that I'm now talking like an entrepreneur, is that's not my job. My job is not to be down in the minutia figuring out how to work tech. I'm a visionary. I need to be creating the big vision. So yeah, I just think that whoever owns the technology should be the person that respects this advancements and keep me in my giving me directions of what I need to do to just stay in compliance with all of these changes. I can't hear you anymore.
Let me give you a hypothetical. Let me give you a hypothetical situation. What if you have an event and you need to present something at this event and they have a projector? You have this dongle that I just shared with you that does the screencast, right? This screencast by J5 Create. You plug this in the bottom of your phone, and then you plug the other one in the back of the projector, and then now you can do your whole presentation on the bottom of your phone. It's literally plug and play. Now you're seeing another use case as opposed to saying, oh, I have to have this PowerPoint presentation. I have to put it on a DVD. I have to put it on a flash drive. You already have it on your phone. You're more comfortable with your phone than you are with anything else, if that makes sense.
It does. I think it's all about perspective. Sorry about that, my camera. If I am not able to cast it, I think that's the beauty of coming from an era where you didn't have to use that. I can still teach and make it interactive, working with the real brains connecting with each other and talking, right? But I do know we gotta, if I'm online and I need that stability. Certainly, I want to know that I'm using the best technology and the most current.
Well, I think, like I said, a lot of people don't know that these devices exist. And like Sheila Baker said, we may not use all the bells and whistles, but it's cool to know that they exist. And I think that that's why putting this article up on saying, let's have this conversation today about it. Now you can now say to yourself, I didn't know I could do this with my phone. I can plug headphones in it. I can plug a screencast. I can put a USB-C drive. I can plug a mouse or a monitor into the bottom with the USB-C port. And then now I can do everything that I need to do as if I had the bigger devices at the house. I can now be portable. And I get it. People are like, hey, I want the big 75-inch screen TV. But you are married to your phone because you look at your phone before you even go to the bathroom in the morning. That's 80% of the people. I don't know the actual statistic, but I'm pretty sure more people are going to look at their phone before they get up and go to the bathroom. So the things that you can do with your phone, like Sheila Baker said, at least you know that it exists. Whereas a lot of people didn't even know that they could do it. That's all I'm saying.
And that is the reason why we have the Lab Tech Show. So we can teach you or show you that tech exists. And it's not hard. It's just know that your phone is more than just something that can make a call, watch a video, or something else. You can do a bit more to it. So, that's why we have the Lab Tech Show, because we simplify it and make it easy for you to understand. This right here was a great article.
Hit the spot 1006 like, right, Erica, you right. I am not trying to do that. Let the tech be the tech and let me just do what I do. I understand. I'm not knocking it. I'm not judging it. I'm just throwing it out there just to let you know what is available. It's available for the ones that would like to use it or would like to expand. That's all we can say. With that being said.
Hold up. OG Logic Link here. You just caught a piece of the formula. Everything we drop here adds up to exactly that. Stay locked in, but don't play yourself. Tap that subscribe button. And do me a favor, send this show to somebody who needs to level up. Put them on game. OGLL, we out.
Look, y'all, before we get up out of here, I did want to say that not this Saturday, but the following Saturday, we're going to do AI classes, but we're only going to focus on Gemini. There is a $40 fee, I would like to say. You can register on connect.tallboy.us. You're going to learn AI. We're going to call it Saturday School. Shout out to Shirley Polk. She said that, Tallboy, you should call it Saturday School, because I was going to do it on Sunday. But she said, no, call it Saturday School. Make them get up in the mid-morning, mid-afternoon and do Saturday School. I said, okay. So at first I was doing Perplexity, Gemini, and ChatGPT, but going through all three of those, it's just too much. So we're going to break it down from September, and we're going to try and do it once every 2 weeks. I'm going to make myself available. So if you guys are interested, scan that QR code, go to that website, and we'll do a beginner session on Gemini. And I think in 2 weeks, we'll do another session on another platform, and then we'll go from there. And then the next session, after we get through the month, then we'll go to like the intermediate session, and then we'll go to a more advanced session. So if you guys are really interested in wanting to learn AI, it's available. Now, y'all can go to YouTube if you like. You can. And you can watch the videos. But if you want somebody to break it down in a language that you can understand and, not go over your head, you got to just find somebody that you're comfortable with. And all I'm trying to do is say, hey, if you're interested, pull up on us, connect.tallboy.us. And that's basically what it is. We got a formula, and we're going to have to get on out of here. This formula, I told you, it's not just what you think it is. And these articles are just regular articles, if that makes sense, until you look at it and say, let's dive a little bit deeper. And what I mean by that is, come on now. Yeah. What am I doing? Okay. Basically, your car is being watched. Flock cameras scan plates. Now they can see you when you are being searched. Ooh. I mean, is that the right formula? No, that's the wrong formula. I'm sorry, guys. That is the wrong form. Revis, how you let me put the wrong
Wrong
formula up?
week. That's
Huh?
wrong week. That's
Yeah,
last week.
that's last week. Oh man, we really messing up. We're gonna get a bad grade today.
Right.
We're gonna get a bad grade today. Y'all, so look, this is what we've been doing. Revis and I have been asking AI to give us a grade on how we do every week. And we've been in the high 90s. We have been in the high 90s. Now, this week, we probably gonna be in the 70s or the 80s.
Oh, this was a setup. Don't be messing up my brand getting a lower score when I come on. So
Well, we're gonna blame it on Erica.
I'm
We're gonna
gonna
blame it
say
on
that we got
we're gonna blame it on them
a
Georgia
higher
Bulldogs. That's what we're gonna blame it on. Like them
Yeah,
Bulldogs.
okay, yeah, the UGA. That's right. That's right.
Because look, with the Roll Tide in Michigan, we wasn't having no issues, but you know, we're gonna blame it on them Bulldogs.
the hate starts early. I'll be back next. I'm coming back on this show to defend my Bulldogs. I'm just saying, don't
Look,
do.
they gonna
don't
lose
do,
in week 3, and then she gonna be like, I don't have nothing to say to you because you didn't called it out. Look, Walmart tapped to pay. Walmart tap to pay, right? Walmart will accept tap to pay in stores by the end of 2026. Flock cameras are tracking you, and now they will identify you based on your driving habits. Streaming prices are rising. ESPN, Disney, and Hulu. Make sure you check your account so you do not get caught up with a what in the world? You see what I'm saying? We do not need that happening in your life. And then USBC, it does a lot more. We just shared those things that it can do, from accessories, fast charging, data transfer, and also screencasting. Now, what does all this equal up to? We're devolving, y'all. More surveillance, higher prices, less privacy, locked in systems. We're trading progress for regression. Surveillance is everywhere. Higher costs for the same thing. Less privacy, more control, and we're locked in ecosystems with fewer choices. Y'all got to pay attention to this. A future that devolves, that does not evolve. That's a problem. Aware today and control tomorrow. All right? So four stories, one direction, and we just gave you the big picture. You can't say we didn't tell you. It's the formula, y'all. We tapped into the hype. You got the playbook. We discussed it. And now you have the formula. Erica, is there anything you want to leave the people with? Let them know a little bit more about you. Are you promoting anything? Thank you for coming on to the show and just from a woman's perspective, giving the fellas a little eye candy, because a couple guys did chime in. Got to get some more fellas to chime in, but is there anything you would like to leave the people with?
Yeah, I just came to bring good energy. You know, the vibration needed to be elevated, so I brought that essence here, I hope, tonight. And am I promoting anything? Yeah, my album dropped.
Uh-oh.
As soon as she said my album dropped.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my God. As soon as her album dropped.
So did everything else.
As soon as the album dropped, she was out of here. Well, we gonna get a bad grade, Revis. We gonna get a bad grade. Oh man, we gonna get a bad grade. Hey, look, ish happens, y'all. It is what it is. Revis, before she come back, is there anything you want to say?
You know, even though she's not here, I still like to thank her for coming on. You know, she gave me a good laugh. It's a good perspective from a woman's point of view. I'd like to thank everybody for joining us. I'd like to thank Hit the Spot 1006 for the super chat. And, you know, invite somebody. We're growing over here. And I hope everybody learned something. I was telling Tall Boy today, you're supposed to learn something every day. So if you didn't learn nothing, you're probably in the wrong place. If Aisha didn't learn it today, I told her I love her. And there it is right there. I put it in the chat. And she said she loved me too. So now I'm happy and hey, I'm ready for the next day.
Oh my God. I don't know if it's ships and planes, planes and ships. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on around here, but I'm gonna let you have that one with the I love you. So go ahead. As you saw, Date the Body, Marry the Lens. That is the merchandise right there. I am wearing it. I do eat my own dog food, as they call it. So Revas eats his own dog food. So yeah, come on and support the show, support what we have going on. The tech was teching today. It is what it is. All we can do is just be better next week, but hopefully you got the meat and the potatoes. You just didn't get the dessert. That's all I can tell you. So with that being said, Revas, I thank you so much for pulling up on us. It is another edition of the Lab Tech Show. Support James. He has a show that's on right now. Immediately after this show, go to Team No Sleep. I've been trying to get him to get the show set up to where I can do the redirect. So when the show ends, it automatically take you over there. Wanted to try a new feature out, but he don't set up in the timely manner that I need him to set it up in. So all I can do is just invite you guys to support what James has going on. Shout out to Chatter, to Jessica over there, supporting what we have going on over there. She's doing her thing on a streaming platform that she's testing out and that she's been using for a couple of months. And she wants me to eventually make my way over there. Probably won't happen, but we will at least try technology. The goal, a little run a show real quick. The goal is to see if we can start multi-streaming on a couple other platforms. Now that we're monetized here, we would like to monetize on some other platforms as well. But the goal was to get monetized here, drive people here, and then maybe we can get a little bit of that audience. But the Lab Tech Show on YouTube will be primarily the place. We want to own our own infrastructure. That is the goal. So YouTube is the home. We'll date and visit some other areas, but the home is here. And then eventually the home is to get everybody to come over to the labtechshow.com. Labtechshow.com. No THE in front of it. That is the goal, hopefully before the end of the year, to, let people know that this is where our ecosystem is. So this is what we believe in. This is what we're doing. And I thank Revis for supporting us. I thought Erica was going to come back, but I guess she didn't. So it is what it is. But yeah, thank y'all.
She said good night in the chats.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. So when she said that her album was dropping, I guess we was like, we ain't doing no free promotion. So we're not doing that around here, y'all. So, but yeah, Erica was a phenomenal. Thank you so much for coming on. That's my homegirl. That's my homie. Like I get to talk my ATL trash with somebody that actually gets me. And I definitely appreciate that. So once again, thank y'all so much for supporting what we have going on. It is another edition of the Lab Tech Show. Shout out to Solo in the building. Sheila Baker. Let me see. Aisha. Who else was it? Jessica, Mama D, Hit the Spot 1006. And did I forget anybody? Ray Wright.
Lisa Maria, Ray Wright, yes.
Yeah, so just shout out to everybody that supported what we had going on today. I do apologize for the technical difficulties. Sometimes it's just out of your control. There's nothing that you can do. It's tech, and we're just doing the best that we can. So hopefully we get a good grade, but if not, we'll be all right. We'll see y'all next week. It's the Lab Tech Show. What they say? Oh, I'm supposed to hit the button. What the button at, tall boy?
You already know.
Oh, boy.
Check out the intro. I got to get another AI commercial. Revis, help me out. Where you at?
No matter the coast, from the north to the south, we put the game from the lab in your house. You got the word of the day. We broke it all down. It is coming, like it or not, all over the town. The vision is set, now it is time to execute. Take what you learned, get out of your way. Build up your legacy, make it come true. We back.